All right, what's up, everybody? So just some very quick thoughts. I seen on a podcast not long ago, they were talking about how it's so common in today's day and age for people to be listening to podcasts and videos, audiobooks, what have you, out loud, like just not as private about what they're listening to nowadays. And that's very true, and they were discussing more about that, but that's not really what I'm going to be talking about. But I have noticed the same thing. Personally, I don't think headphones are that good for you, but I do use them if I'm inside somewhere, if I'm in a cafe or a restaurant on my own, or like in a mall or something, whatever, anything like that. I use headphones if I want to be listening to that kind of thing. But if I'm on a hiking trail, such as where I am right now, or just like on a side street somewhere, I just listen to my shit out loud. I don't care, right? Just on a regular phone speaker, it's not loud enough to bother anybody. But nonetheless, whatever you think of that, because people are doing this, if you're actually observant, you can basically listen in on what people's interests are and what's sort of on their mind, at least in that moment. And I guess this is a critique, or I guess it's a critique, is that there's a ton of people who are passively listening, and I think that defeats the whole purpose of the technology that we do have nowadays, because I will overhear somebody's podcast or overhear somebody's video that they're listening to out loud, and a point will be brought up in it that perfectly sums up something in their environment, or like paints a perfectly plausible, actionable solution to a problem that clearly that they're working through or whatever. And I don't even mean on a personal level. Like sometimes this is just like basic stuff just in their everyday environment. And a lot of times if I know this person, or I'm acquaintance with them or friends with them in some way, I'd be like, oh yeah, that point that was just said in that podcast or that video you were listening to, that totally, like as soon as I heard it, that reminds me of like this environment here, like what's going on, like that's totally like a plausible thing that could be applied here. And a lot of times they kind of look sideways and they're like, oh, what was that you heard? And I was like, oh, just what that guy was saying a second ago, or that woman or whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, you mean on the podcast or on the radio station or whatever they're listening to. And believe it or not, I've noticed a lot of people still do listen to radio stations too out loud for some reason. And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, I was kind of just like zoned out. It's just kind of background noise for me, or oh yeah, I guess that could be applied. I mean, and they'll sort of redirect it in the sense of like, oh, I wasn't really listening to it for that purpose. It's just some background noise or something to keep my mind occupied while I'm doing this other thing or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but that's kind of unhealthily, I mean, I don't say this to them like this directly, but sort of insinuate like that's kind of unhealthily passively listening to very valuable information that like me across the room or not even right near you overheard, that was observant to it. And I'm like, that's totally applicable to this environment that we are in right now, and you're just passively listening to it, don't even remember the point when I re-bring it up, right? And I think that's very easy to happen in today's day and age, with the amount of distractions and the ease of access we have to any sort of sound pollution we want at any given time. But I think it's something worth looking into and worth trying to sort of catch yourself from doing. So anyway, I guess that was a bit longer than I wanted this to be, almost like just like a minute long point, but I guess I'm rambling already a bit, so I'm going to cut it off there. But don't passively listen. If this video suits your environment, use it. Thank you.